Good morning. It is Tuesday, August the 4th. And a few things this day in music history. 1973, Maureen McGovern's The Morning After hits number one in the United States. 1970, Jim Morrison of The Doors gets arrested in Los Angeles for being intoxicated. 1968, the Newport Pop Festival attracts 100,000. 1964, the Kinks release You Really Got Me. 1962, Paul Reynolds is born in Liverpool, England. He was part of the band A Flock of Seagulls. 59, Robin Crosby is born in La Jolla, California. He was a guitarist for the band Rat. 1957, the Everly Brothers performed Wake Up Little Susie on the Ed Sullivan Show, which that caused a real uproar back then because they never said why they were out so late, and I fell asleep. In 1956, the Platters' My Prayer reaches number one in America. In 1947, Klaus Schulze is born in Berlin, Germany. Also in 47, Paul Layton is born in Beaconsfield, Buckinghamshire, England. Boy, that's a tongue twister for me. And 1942, Holiday Inn premieres in New York. Bing Crosby's holiday classic, White Christmas, is performed in that particular movie. Mr. Lee, good morning. Yeah, I agree, but it was controversial, Mr. Lee. I mean, controversial, big time. Because, as I said, they never explained why they fell asleep. Uh, Extraordinarily controversial back then. And most of that will be on the scroll across the bottom. Shaw. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think he referred to himself as was it the lizard? Yeah, I like the Everly Brothers quite a bit, quite a bit. So, a couple of birthdays I didn't have room for, and these are big birthdays. I mean, big birthdays. It's in 1900, on August the 4th, Queen Elizabeth was born. This is the Queen Mother. So I thought that I'm very glad you were here for that, Mr. Lee. So happy birthday to the Queen. May she rest in peace. Shah. Okay. Now you see, I got that totally wrong because here we would pronounce it Shire, but Sha. Got it. So that was a pretty big birthday. Like I said, Queen Elizabeth born August 4th, 1900. She lived to be 102. That's amazing. Another birthday we're celebrating today, born in 1901, Louis Armstrong. That's pretty amazing. And he only lived to be 70. I don't know why, but I was thinking that he was around much longer. Yeah, I mean, we're here in the states. We're not up to speed. At least I'm not on the royalty, but the late queen and the queen mother, I rather liked. Uh, yeah, I rather liked the way they carried themselves. Would be the way we would put it here. They always, at least as far as I ever heard or saw, uh, carried themselves with dignity. Yeah, no comment there, Mr. Lee. But already we're 4 days into August. Schools are starting back up. John P. Good afternoon, John P. Oh my goodness, did Roger sneak in and I missed him? Yeah, Mr. Lee. You got 30 more minutes of morning? John P., I thought you were 5 hours ahead of me. Like Mr. Lee's 5 hours ahead of me. I was thinking, John, it was 12:08. Go make you coffee and have a couple of sips, and all will be right with the world. He's just not had his coffee, that's all. That's the only thing going on with Mr. Lee. He's just not with John P. He's not had his coffee. But the Queen Mother and Louis Armstrong, I liked both of those. I thought it was pretty interesting. I went to a general birthday page and found that. I was disappointed that some of the very famous musicians had not been listed on this page, but they were kind of going more toward business and movies and such as that. Also born this day, a rather famous comedian, Richard Belzer. I liked him on the TV series Law and Order. Oh no, Mr. Lee. Can't say that I have. Let me pull up my notes and Captain Beefheart. Okay, got it in my notes. John P. That's nice, Mr. Lee. To me, there's certain advantages. I used to live across the church from listen to me, across the street from a church. And there's certain advantages to having a church parking lot right across the road from you. Oh, uh, yeah. Frank had an unusual mind. He operated sometimes in a parallel universe. I would say he was a thinking man. I saw him on a talk show one time in the '80s, and I liked his response to questions given to him. Yeah, I mean, I, I never understood why he named his children Dweezil and Moon Unit. He was just something else. But there was an engineer I worked with. He's the one that came in with a fireman's helmet because we were always putting out fires, not literally, but machines would break down and we would have to run out and get them fixed. So we called that putting out fires. So he comes in one day and he's got this toy fireman's helmet with a flashing light and a siren on that it plays. And he gets a call to come out and fix something. He puts on the hat and the flashing light. Uh, Later, I get called to fix something. I put on the hat and the flashing light. Probably about 20 minutes later, we got a call from on high telling us to never ever do that again. We were just having fun. We got our work done, made a lot of people laugh, but the management didn't appreciate it. Yeah, I tried to get my work done and have a good time. Work first and have a good time if you could. There come the birds. Uh, yeah, me and that engineer got into sticky situations often because, like I said, we always got our work done, but we would have a little fun thrown in. Like when he wrote a test program, he wrote the software for a test program. He put in a random number generator so that every once in a while, one of about 20 different messages would pop up on the screen while the test was being done. I mean, the person doing the test would just have to sit there and twiddle their thumbs while the test was going on. So he gave them something to read. And one of the things he put in there is something you hear me say very often: it's better to wear out than to rust out. Yeah, I wrote down the name of the group, and I'll look them up later. The guy who I first showed Star Castle to, we've got another person that comes in the chat that discovered them also through the channel. But the guy that originally discovered them, because when I did the album art video, uh, he finally contacted me, but he has yet to email me. So I'm kind of hoping that he'll email, and I would like to get him on one Saturday night. Because he was one of the main reasons I started the channel, the music channel. Well, I'll try to check it all out. Uh, Somebody was talking about music from 1977, and one of the things they included was the album art on the Cars album, which I showed a few weeks ago, and how Vargas did the drawing for the album art. Uh, Talking about Frank Zappa, before he was heavy into music, he did. He worked for an advertising agency. Oh, thank you, Mr. Lee. I appreciate that. But going back to Frank Zappa, he worked for an advertising agency, and he had drawn up some things for the agency, here and there. It wasn't his main job. And somehow or other, something he drew up, he just took an interest in and finished it as a piece of art, a painting. And Somehow or another, it found its way to South Carolina. Somebody found it in a Goodwill store and purchased it for like less than $10. Did the research and found out the history of the piece and was able to verify that it was indeed done by Frank Zappa. And needless to say, his meager investment was worth quite a bit of money. I don't remember how much they said it would be worth, but you know, Zappa's pretty famous and he is no longer with us, so there will not be any more made. And Mr. Lee, you'll get a kick out of that. You Really Got Me by the Kinks, the way they achieved the sound of the guitars, they took a razor blade to the speakers. They cut the speakers, and that's how they got the distortion in that song, the distortion on the guitars. Oh yeah, Zappa was something else. Like I said, he just thought on a different level. I mean, he was just something else. And some of the songs he wrote was so funny. Uh, some of the stuff I really can't repeat here. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. But I'm gonna have to look up that group. I like the name Captain Beefheart. Mr. Lee, did you see the post on the Nature Channel? The rattlesnake they got in the park. The ranger that's in the picture, he is easily he's not twice as tall as me, but he's twice my size, and that snake is as big around as his arm. Good morning, Sandra Martin. So nice of you to come in to chat this morning. I like to hear that because Ray, well, when you get a minute, uh, there's some controversy about Ray Davies in the States, but I didn't know it when it happened. I just read or listened to a show about it. I pretty much ignore it because I like their music. Come Dancing, I think, is a really good song. Well, Sandra, you're in the right place to enjoy a cup of coffee. We are absolutely pro coffee. I finished my pot of coffee before I finished my pot of coffee before I even started this live. Yeah, I know, Mr. Lee. It's a double edged sword. I mean, you want to say something to them, but usually, like when I met the local weather guy at the mall one day, I was going to speak to him, and as I walked up to him, I said, "Man, you don't know me from Adam, but you come into my home every day because you're the only weatherman that I will listen to." And a friend of mine was in grade school with you, and I talked to him for good morning, Troy. Nah, it was Ray Davy and the Kinks, Mr. Lee. Pete Townsend had his issues too, but yeah, it was something to do with Ray Davies here in the States. Uh, I don't remember the details, but I remember there was some controversy. But you just never know. It's like I met Denise Crosby, and she was at a convention, and buddy, she didn't want to talk to nobody. She was above everybody. Well, when you have time, it's no big deal. Like I say, I like their music. I was just a kid when I heard some of their music for the first time. And that festival that's coming across the scroll at the bottom, that was held a year before Woodstock, the Newport Pop Festival, and they had 100,000 people show up. And Woodstock was held in August the following year. I was 11 in '68 and 12 in '69. Yeah, too many. You know, it is what it is. I was watching some video the other day, and they were talking about Pat Benatar, and it was like, you idiots. There was no way what they were trying to say was true. They were just trying to build up something that was nothing. It's like when Ann and Nancy Wilson was first becoming big. Their publicist was saying things about them having a relationship other than two sisters, and it kind of inspired her, yeah, to write Barracuda. So she took the controversy and made it into a great song. Yeah, I know. I know. And, Troy, that's why I say, respect other people's, choice of music. It's not for everybody. Uh, Take Another Piece of My Heart. I think that was one of her songs that the most people would like. But again, musical taste is very personal. Mr. Lee, I met some fella the other day that reckoned he was roommates with Kate Bush. He was telling me some stuff, all hearsay. Yeah. And speaking of, you know, taste in music, Kate's not that big of a deal to me. But see, this is how we learn from one another here. Everybody's got different tastes. Sometimes what we recommend is great, sometimes not. Ah, really? That's interesting. Yeah, Mr. Lee, I saw her interviewed by Dick Cavett, uh, and it was after she had become rather famous, and you could tell she had been drinking before she come on the show. So much talent, and just I don't understand. Well, there's a lot of guitars to go around. Well, Troy, you know what? If you give it a listen, whatever the outcome is what it is. I mean, when the Eagles come out with Hotel California, I was not impressed. To me, that was not the Eagles that I had grown up with. It was I did not like it, and it's to this day not one of my favorite Eagles songs. Everybody else loves it, but not me. I was really turned off until their next album, The Long Run, and I couldn't figure out why I liked that album so much. I got it and I listened to it and listened to it, and finally one day I read the liner notes. Bob Seger helped with the lyrics, and I was watching somebody do a reaction to Bob Seger, and they said, "Oh, no wonder they sound that he sounds so much like the Eagles. It was the same producer as the Eagles." And I wanted to leave a comment in his channel that could be also because the he had just finished helping the Eagles write lyrics to their last album, just previous to him releasing his album. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Lee. Yeah, Seeger can tell a story. I mean, it's like when I first got turned on to Seeger, it was Night Moves and Stranger in Town. Somebody had those two albums, and I listened to them, and I really liked them. And then I was dating this girl, and she had Live Bullet, and her favorite song was Turn the Page. I had never heard Turn the Page until she and I was hanging out. Yeah, well, I'm not a fan. AI is bland. I mean, they can write some good stuff, some funny stuff, but AI is bland. There was a channel that does nothing but AI music, and I've listened to some of the songs, and they sound decent and everything, but I won't be going back to listen to them. Troy, it's meant to be kind of spooky because it's one of the best songs about life on the road as a artist. But now uh, I like Turn the Page. Is it my favorite? No, but I like it. And some of my favorite Seeger songs are not other people's favorites either. Main Street, I think they use the saxophone to convey the emotion of loneliness uh, in that song better than any other I had heard. And of course, being somebody who enjoys riding a motorcycle, Roll Me Away is one of my all time favorites. Mr. Lee, you take care. And we got you on the prayer list in preparation for what's coming. Oh, thank you. Yep. Mr. Lee, you be safe. A lot going on in your part of the world. Hopefully, we'll see you tonight, Mr. Lee. Now that football's over. Oh, and Mr. Lee, hopefully I'll catch you before you get gone. I'm going to try to cover in the near future bagpipes and Jim Morrison. Or, no, Van Morrison. Excuse me. You wanted Van Morrison. I think you and Tina. We were talking about Jim Morrison earlier. Gotcha, Troy. I understand. I would recommend a more upbeat song for people in that situation. Collective Soul, Better Now. That's uh, that's one of my go-to songs. Yep, I understand that situation. Right at my 20-year anniversary, I got laid off. Talking about changes, uh, life changes. And another one, not a fan of the group, but I'm a fan of the song. Uh, The group's name is Gossip, and the song is "Move in the Right Direction." The lyrics to the song are pretty much on target. And that's the good thing about music. If you want to get into a retrospective frame of mind, you can, you know, get the right song and do that. If you want to get, cheered up, there's music to do that. If you want to get hyped up to lift a little more weight at the gym or go a little further, there's music for that. I mean, how many people have been driving down the road to Stairway to Heaven or Freebird, and by the end of the song, you're going way too fast? Well, I hope it's something that's not bad to your ears. Like I said, not a fan of the group, big fan of the song. That lead singer, oh my goodness, she's got a fantastic singing voice when she wants to. But it's another one of those situations that great voice, but just not that many songs that I care to listen to. Yep, I believe that. Song can come on, and I mean, it's amazing. I remember the first time that I've probably been playing trumpet a couple of years, and somebody gave me some music that was more of a Mexican style of music, and I surprised myself that I played the notes on the sheet, and it actually sounded like uh, you know that kind of music. And it just blew me away because up until then, everything that I had played was pretty much a song that I was familiar with. And I don't know why that surprised me. All I had to do is play the notes in front of me. Good morning, Soul Star. I popped in long enough to give you a thumbs up earlier. So, Soul Star, we were just talking about how music can affect your uh, outlook, get you driving faster, motivated at the gym, etc., etc. What would be a couple of songs you used for motivation or relaxation? Just song and then the title of it. Also born today, 1955, in Hot Springs, Arkansas, Billy Bob Thornton. I didn't know today was his birthday. That's pretty cool. Oh, we have a former president celebrating his birthday today. Born in 1961, Barack Obama. I'm not going to state where he was born. We'll leave that up to you guys. Oh, today's Brett Baer's birthday. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? And for you stock car fans, Jeff Gordon, he's 55. Meghan Markle. I wish I'd have said that one before Mr. Lee got gone. That was just too funny. I'm sorry. That's right, Troy. Music can. Oh, me. I'm sorry. Achy breaky heart. Nope, not a fan. Troy, yes, you will. There is great controversy over that. Uh, Wording on the birth certificate is not terms that were used in 19 in that time. Uh, there's just it's a rabbit hole, and YouTube will shut you down for going there. And Soul Star, we were just talking about Bob Seger. Absolutely. Is today Billy Ray's birthday? I know it's Billy Bob's, but I didn't know it was Billy Ray. Yeah, I know. But YouTube will shut you down for questioning certain things, which is kind of dumb. So, Miss Soulstar, what's on your agenda for today? Gotcha. Yeah, Springsteen, it has a couple of decent songs. I've never been a big fan of his, but you know, that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Everybody's got slightly different taste. And when different people with different tastes come together, sometimes we learn new music that we didn't know before. Oh, Soulstar has to be an adult today. you you just had a paradigm and you were staying within your paradigm. So, and we were talking achy breaky heart. So, no big deal. Billy Ray had one heck of a mullet, though. I can't remember who was cutting my hair back then. I actually had hair, and it was black. But I had just a little hint of a mullet in the back. When uh, Manfred Mann took Blinded by the Light, and when Springsteen did it, it went nowhere. It doesn't sound good at all. But he wrote it. Give him credit for writing it. Uh, Manfred Mann took it and made it a huge hit. I kind of like that. Yeah, Troy, that's what they said. That's exactly what they said. Oh, da da da. There's a couple of pictures of me after I got out of school and I went into the business world. I got a haircut and trimmed the beard, and I thought I was looking business professional. I was just a woolly booger. I probably cut off more than half my hair. Eh, didn't cut off too much of the beard though. Less than half. There you go, Troy. If you're going to wash dishes, I think that's something that was in the music history this morning. Splish Splash, I was taking a bath. That's a good song to wash dishes by. John P. I certainly appreciate Troy coming in of the morning. All of you guys. John P comes in just about every day. Soul Stars here quite a bit of the time. Mr. Lee shows up whenever he has time. He at least makes a showing. Well, I just appreciate each and every one of you. Sandra Martin comes in. Sandra's a little quiet, but she does good. And here's Miss Sharon. Sharon pops in. It's after lunch for her, and she's always working. John, there's always coffee for you guys. Yeah, Sharon, I know you're always busy. You're doing stuff. I guess I'm kind of doing stuff right here, right now. Sharon, we're glad you got home safe. And yesterday, it was Monday. YouTube decided instead of having yesterday's show under entertainment, this is the Nature Channel. They made it pets and animals. I don't know why they do that, but they do that. And half, less than half of the usual number of people came into the that particular live. So it was fewer people that checked it out, but the people who did go there, they stayed like four times longer. So as you guys know, I like to figure out why things do the way they do. Oh, Sharon, geez, spending the big money. Groceries are not cheap. I went to Costco the other day. Now I stocked up on stuff that was regular $16. I paid $11 for it, so I bought quite a bit. I looked at the expiration date and said, I'll use this many a month so I can buy this many and it won't go out of date before I use it. Uh, but I spend like, uh, and again, nobody. This is for nobody but me. This is over 150 bucks. I should not have talked about uh, food. Now I'm hungry. Do you guys enjoy grocery shopping? Do y'all like to do that? I don't know many people who enjoy grocery shopping. Oh, Sharon, I know there's you and your husband. Do you have any children still living in your home? But you got to get stuff for the grandbabies that come visit, I'm sure. I agree with you, Soul Star. Uh, I get in and I get out as quick as possible. Costco will certain memberships get in for the first hour, and the crowd's not quite as bad. And I try to do that, but I'm just not a fan. I love every human being's soul, but boy, there's a lot of things humans do that I do not like. Wow, Sharon, I did not know you had seven. No wonder Sharon worked so hard. Raising seven kids is not an easy job. Way to go, Sharon. That information made the birds sing. They're so happy for us. That's uh, that's quite the coincidence. 5 and 2, and then it repeated itself. 5 and 2. I've just got a gut feeling that the number 7 is a recurring number in Sharon's life also. 7 kids, 5 and 2, 5 and 2. Well, if you had 7, you girls can have a couple. I know John P. has a couple of children, and the good thing about you having children, Sharon, is I can tell you're a good mom. And I would bet you were indeed their mom and you didn't try to be their best friend. My grandmother had 13 kids and she never drove a car. When she went into town for supplies, it was hook the horses up to the wagon and put the 13 kids into the wagon. And it was an all day trip to get into town, get the stuff, and get home. Well, Sharon, more people should learn from you. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, it was hard, but they didn't know any different. You know, they didn't know. I mean, I think I was 7. Yeah, I was 7 before my parents ever purchased a new car. They always had older cars. Some people don't like to talk about those days when we were not financially not very well off at all. And I'm like, hey, we couldn't help ourselves. It was what it was. Yeah, got to start somewhere, right? Some of the most messed up people I ever met were people that had a lot of money. And when I was doing charity work, raising money for certain charities over the years, people who had the least usually gave the most. And I think that was because they could relate to the people that were in need. Sharon, I tell you, I don't mind where I came from because I mean, I think that's part of what kind of keeps me grounded. At least most people call it grounded. But at the same time, it's probably why I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. When I was able and could afford to go and do stuff, buddy, I went and I did it. Yeah, I know what you mean, John P. It's not for everybody, John P. I have. I'm thinking back to be sure because I've wanted to, but I have never been in a helicopter, and I've never been in a hot air balloon. And I would like to do both, but usually every time I start thinking about going over and having a helicopter ride, I hear in the news an accident has happened and somebody has passed in a helicopter accident. So I take it as a hint. Don't do that. And balloons, they don't control balloons. You're at the mercy of the wind. I bet it is. At one time, I could say that uh, I had taken off the ground in airplanes more than twice as much as I had landed in airplanes. John, Sharon, where did you take a helicopter ride? Uh, yeah, I've been in two-seater airplanes up to probably 737s. I've never been in the two-story planes, just the single level planes. I've been really lucky about some of the jobs I've had. They've flown me different places. Oh, okay. The the helicopters here are on the other side of the mountain in Tennessee, over where Dollywood and Pigeon Forge and that area. And they have helicopter rides over there so that you can view the mountains. And I thought about doing that a couple of times, but like I said, every time I start getting serious about doing it, there'll be a crash somewhere. And I'm going, well, maybe not today, maybe not this month. But yeah, if I found a drop zone near enough to me that had the right frame of mind as far as safety goes, and I had the cash, buddy, I'd be jumping in a heartbeat. I, you've got to do it once to even begin to comprehend how much fun it is. See, Sharon's done stuff that I've never done. She'll be playing the Beach Boys. I get around. But have you been on a balloon ride also, Sharon? I've never done that. I've got these people who do it commercially. I've got a card where I went down to that park, and but they only did things with the balloons at sunup, and I was too late. But I got some nice video of the park. That's see, that's something else I would like to do. Hey, Burton, I would like to jump out of a balloon one time. Charlie, how you doing? You have such an odd work schedule. I never know when to contact you. But see, when you jump out of a plane, you're already moving forward at a good rate of speed. And when you jump, there's not that much difference in speed from before you jump and after you jump. Jumping out of a balloon, there's a huge difference. And these guys who do the base jumps, oh my goodness. Charlie, it's hard to call you Charlie because I know you're you work weekend nights. Oh my goodness, and Thursday. Well, anytime I just reserve the right that if I'm in the mountains where there's no signal or anything. Yeah, it's hard not to call you Charlene. Yeah, and I realize the irony in that, Charlie, because everybody calls me Jim, just short and to the point. They start calling me by my last name, and I'm like, no, we're not going to be that formal. Just call me Jim. Judy Wheeler. Judy, I called and they said you weren't there last week. So I either called the wrong place or they didn't like the sound of my voice. Uh, Rumble has done it again. Excuse me, guys. I had to check. Judy, that's fantastic. I was checking to see what was up with Rumble. Oh, don't worry, Judy. I'll catch up with you one day. I enjoy catching up with all of you guys. If I had my way, uh, I would only do it with everybody's permission because not everybody is on the same page. But if I had my way about it, I'd meet everybody. John P, Mr. Lee, Sharon, both Sharons. You know, because I really enjoyed when I went to Florida. Uh, Chris, aka Birdman, Jay Fritz and his wife, Moggs and Stevie B. Uh, I I really enjoyed that. It's like one person. I don't know what's happened. They were supposedly moving to a place in Pennsylvania, and when I went to Gatlin to oh, got my mind on Gatlinburg now, Gettysburg. When hopefully I'll go to Gettysburg soon. I wanted to get up with them, but they have fallen off the face of the earth. I don't know, Judy. Like I said, don't worry about it. You're here. You're going home today. That's the most important thing. I hope that means that you are feeling really good and that you're mostly healed up. Yeah, I am not a fan of being formal, and I know some $5 and $10 words, but I try not to use them. Somebody I knew, they went off to college, and when they come back, they started using all of these $10 words that they had learned in college, and it was like, Sharon, you have a good day, and thank you for coming in. Hopefully, uh, you're well rested, and we'll see you tonight. But you getting sleep is more important, most important. And they were using those $5 and $10 words when they were not necessary, and it kind of turned me off to talking like that. Judy, no. Well, you are and will continue to be on the prayer list. You just you just take care of yourself. If things start turning in the wrong direction, go back to the doctor. See, and for most of that, We have our government to thank for all those limitations. The reason businesses gave people health insurance to start with was because of, uh, and I've not verified this because it was too far back, but the story that I heard was there was freezes on pay, and the government wanted to attract, you know, the best people. The businesses wanted to, and they couldn't raise the pay, so they offered them benefits. Yeah, so and this is opinion. I got to stress that point. Governments are usually good at destroying stuff. They're good at blowing things up, tearing stuff down, and that's their first best thing. After that, it's not so bad about making laws so that people don't, steal from you and whatnot. And after that, uh, I don't think they're good for much, in my humble opinion. Oh, geez, Judy, that bugs me. And we've got certain areas of the country where people think the government should do everything for you. And that has never worked anywhere. So, moving in the right direction. You've got to have two IVs for the next month, and they discharged you. Ooh, I kind of feel like gassing up the truck and coming and having a discussion with some people out there. Yeah. Uh, when I was just talking about got into the business world and such. Um, this would have been 1982, and going to the doctor was either $5 or $10. Getting a prescription was $1. Uh, but the more that the government got involved, the higher everything got charged. And whenever I am not a fan. Well, Charlie, we don't like that you're wearing out. It's just a matter of time. I take a supplement that helps my knees. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to do my hiking. There is no way I can run like I used to because the knees just, I ran so much in my 20s, I wore them out. And yeah, Judy, you just pay close attention and do what they tell you to do because IVs can, they need to be done properly or they can create issues that shouldn't be. And I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to worry people. And Charlie, the like I said, the knees, uh, the lower back, and both shoulders, absolutely. Well, I guess I need to add Charlie to the prayer list too. Roger Blair, what's up, Roger? WTF, Mike? Yeah, her insurance ran out, Mike. They're sending her home. She's got to have two IVs for over a month, I think she said. Antibiotics. Brr. Yeah, everybody's welcome to get on that list. Just uh, I encourage people to do it before Thursday or by Thursday, and that way the list is complete for Friday. Mr. WTF Mike was up and about my time, 4 a.m., and his time is an hour before me. He says he sleeps, but I have my suspicions that it's not very much. But Roger, John P's trying to put the Candyman moniker on you. Mr. Mike, I know you've jumped out of airplanes because you were in the military. At least I think you did. Have you ever ridden in a helicopter and or a hot air balloon? Yeah, you're just more informed than most people, Mike. You have a good selection of news feed or something. Of everybody in chat and people that come to this channel, I'm probably the laziest of the whole bunch. I feel like I don't get anything done as compared to you guys. Yeah, that was something we was talking about earlier. Mike, every time I've thought about it and was getting serious to go and ride a helicopter over in Pigeon Forge and Dollywood, that area of Tennessee, to get a good view of the mountains, every time I've gotten serious about that or getting down close to the day that I was going to do it, there's a big helicopter crash somewhere. And I hear about it in the news. It's like, nope, not a good time. YKB, we're celebrating the Mother Queen's birthday today. And Meghan Markle. That one's funny. Also, Louis Armstrong's birthday is today. Billy Bob Thornton's birthday is today. So happy birthday to all those people. YKB, you've been doing some good artwork. I enjoy your artistic endeavors. Some of the ones featuring a broom are hilarious. YKB, WTF triggers Nightbot. Yeah, just WTF by itself triggers Nightbot to respond like that. Just one of those fun little things. Hopefully, it puts a smile on people's face. On a perfect day, it makes people laugh. Well, we appreciate that sentiment, YKB. Uh, YKB, Nightbot is funny. To me, it's very funny, and I like to play with some of the possibilities that Nightbot can do. I need to create a YKB Nightbot. Let's see here. I've got a basic one I think I created back in the day, but I need to update it. Yeah, that's old information. YKB, I tell you what, I might get my bicycle out. You know, I might get my bicycle out. I don't know if I'll do a video on it, but I might get it out. But I'm going to wait until it is dry. I have a one of the last Schwinn's that the company made before it sold. The business was sold to some other company. So my Schwinn is a real Schwinn, and it's a mountain bike, uh, and everything on it is original. And I would like to keep it in good shape. YKB, just to my west, they had over 25 centimeters in less than 12 hours a day or two ago. The town flooded, one of the towns over there. They had 4 foot of water in businesses downtown. No, I can't say I know why. I think the real answer is they're smelling everything that's in the air as they drive by, but tell us the joke. Oh, that's how you feel on a bike. Gotcha. Well, we went from bone dry to everything is this now. Even when we get a little bit of rain, they have to concern. They show concern for flooding. It's really not good. It's like we're just getting spotty rain showers today, and there's a chance for floods. That's how wet everything is. And a month ago, it it would rain like it rained yesterday afternoon. I go out to mow the yard this morning, and it would just be dry. If who I don't know who put that rock there, but I did that video on the Nature Channel of somebody put a imagine. It was just a rock with the word imagine on it. They put it next to a tree. Next time I go over there, if that rock is still there, I'm going to put a gnome home. Well, it's coming up from the south, Mike. The dew point here is 71 degrees. Uh, that means the humidity is like 99.9%. And even 70 degrees is hot with the humidity like that. Thank you. Helena, welcome back. Enjoyed you the other day. I'm glad to see you returning. Yeah, Treezilla is doing pretty good after all the rain. Uh, the limbs that fell off, they've not done anything to clean that up. I'm kind of thinking about going over to the fence and videoing those or taking a picture and posting it so everybody can see how much of Treezilla got damaged. We've had rain here, but Mike's in a different state. Mike, how long would it take to drive from where you're at to where I'm at? About what, 10 hours, 15 hours, somewhere between the two? I think Valina uses the metric system. We had over 25 centimeters of rain in less than 12 hours. Yeah, I was thinking it was quite a while. Don't be drinking anything when I tell you this, Mike. But when I drive up to North Dakota, I'll probably have to stop and spend the night in Ohio. I know you've driven it before because you knew about the bridge. Uh, oh, and YKB this morning when I woke up, the program on the radio, there was a guy talking about 23 hours. I figured over well over 10, 15, but 23, yeah, I wouldn't. I might take more than 2 days to drive up there. But YKB, they were talking about grave sites in Ohio that had been uncovered. Sometimes they were moving them on purpose. Sometimes they were doing construction work and there was no gravestones. So they were uncovering a graveyard they didn't know was there. And Mike, one of the grave sites that the mayor of the town decided it was okay to move, unbeknownst to them, the people in that particular cemetery had all died from a very contagious disease. And when they moved the coffins, the mayor died of that disease. Yeah, moisture in the air condensates until it gets to the point that gravity pulls it down. Judy, young lady, you take care of yourself, and we want you to stay healthy and get back. You just take care, and Judy getting well is number one and the only thing on your list right now. Oh, I wasn't watching it. I was listening to it. I was listening to it while I was doing music trivia for today. The birthdays and things that happened related to music. Well, I can't let you have all the fun, Mike. Well, Judy, big old mountain man hugs to you too, dear. Uh, uh, WTF Mike and YKB are men. Yes, I think one of them was probably talking about the graves. Valina, you're in Australia, correct? Make sure I'm not tripping. And Valina makes it difficult for me to decide which name I like best, Valina or Angele. They're unique names. I like both. Valina, I'm old, so I have to verify my memory. Most of the time, it's right, but I realize the older I get, the number of times it's correct will probably go down. And Miss Judy is our girl out in the Midwest. Jeez, the feed from the back porch is pixelating. All right. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. It's the magical 9 a.m. I appreciate everybody coming in to chat today. If all goes well, we'll do this again tomorrow. I hope for sure that only kind words come your way today and everyone gets the day that they deserve. Valina, you are not wrong. So now I'm going to sing Country Roads Take Me Home as I go to the back porch to end that feed. Y'all, again, hope to catch